Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Lamada. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Lamada, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning and welcome to Story Time. Thank you for joining me today. I am glad that we're here together, and I hope that indeed you're having a lovely start to your week. I know that yesterday was off. I hope that you were off too. I know that not every place had a holiday, but it was good to have it. It was good to rest up, but also, oh my goodness, out here in the Bay Area right now, we're having a heat wave, and it has been hot. Yes, yesterday I think we hit 103 in our area at least, and I know it was 113 different in different spaces. Just please, if you're in the Bay Area, if you're in areas that are affected by this heat wave, I think it goes all the way into places in Arizona and stuff. Please remember to hydrate. Remember to find those cooling centers if there are any near you, and you need check in, especially on the elderly and the elderly neighbors, family members, anybody. Check in on them to make sure that they have what they need. And if we can be the ones to run around on their behalf to do certain things, let's do that. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Glad we're here together, coming to you today from a very hot Oakland. And today, right now, this is 7 a.m. and it is already 73. So you can imagine how it's going to be today. Thank you for being here. Absolutely glad that we'll be sharing this morning together. And indeed, we bring back your favorite to Storytime. And this one is called What Sound is Morning. This one is written and illustrated by the amazing Grant SNIDER. And we're reading it with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Bringing this one back to Storytime after a while. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you're ready. So be sure, please, to grab that water, whatever you need right now, and so you have it ready for the story. Remember, story time goes well with the snack. Thank you so much for joining us, and welcome. As always, please let us know where you're joining in from, and if anybody else is joining in with you, let us know who they are so we can say good morning to them as well. Thank you for being here. Glad you're here with us on Story Time. Let us see who is with us this morning, ready to enjoy a wonderful story. Good morning to you. How are you doing today? Jessica and Ali Amin in Pennsylvania. Joining him are his grandmother, Grammy, and his great auntie Ann. Oh, thank you so much for joining in. My goodness, traveling, I see. Thank you so much for joining in today. Jessica, Ali Amin, great grandma Grammy, and great auntie Ann. Thank you so much for joining us out in Pennsylvania today. Jessica and Ali Amin, thank you so much for joining in. I am glad that you're here with us today. And of course, welcome to you, Grammy, and of course, great auntie Ann. Thank you for joining us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Oh, yes, indeed. I think you might have traveled that way. I don't know if it was planned. just in time, escaping this heat wave that is hitting right now. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Glad you are here. If you can see my brow right now, I can feel the heat coming in. Thank you so much for joining in. Amanda West, how are you doing? Good morning. Of course, Sarah and Nathan in cloudy and muggy Illinois. Thank you so much for being here on Story Time. I hope that your morning sounds great. I hope that your morning is a good one indeed. As we have today, what sound is morning? This one coming to you from Grant Snyder. Thank you so much for being here. And good morning to you, Tara McNamara. How are you doing? And of course, Clara joining us. Oh, yes, good morning. Rainy, Massachusetts. Clara had her first day of school today. Oh, wow. How was it? I hope that it was beautiful. So she will be watching later. Well, thank you. Thank you. I hope that it is a wonderful day indeed. And Erin is here and excited for the story. Well, Erin, hugs to you. And Clara, when you get back from school, hello to you. And please tell us how school was. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Tara, Clara, of course. Oh, and Erin, thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Appreciations all around. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning to you, Braylon and Chad out in Natchitoches, Louisiana, and of course, Pamela Courtney. Thank you so much for joining in today. It is sunny and humid out in Natchitoches, Louisiana today. Out here in Oakland, it is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, if you're in the area, please make sure that you hydrate. Make sure you have your sunscreen. Make sure you have everything that you need as you're going out there. Don't forget your hat. And I'll probably be changing the shirt too. I think it's white shirt day today. Thank you so much for joining in. What sound is morning? Get ready, get comfortable, get cozy as we'll be getting started with our story very, very shortly. For now, go, go, go. Grab your snack, grab everything that you need to enhance your story time experience. Thank you for being here with us. Join me on the other side of this short break when we come back for more story time. Thank you indeed for being here with us today. Absolutely appreciate you and see you in a little bit.
Hi, my name is Zetta Elliott, and I am the author of 40 books for kids, including Dragons in a Bag and A Place Inside of Me. You're watching Storytime with Mr. Lamata.
Thank you indeed, Zeta. Thank you. Yes, if you've not seen Dragons in a Bag, like we say, please find that book and enjoy it. And of course, the very latest, The Witch's Apprentice, which is book 3 in that series. Enjoy it. All right, here we go. And if you're familiar with Chicago or just want to learn a little bit more, that series is set in Chicago. All right, here we go. What sound is morning? What sound is your morning? This one written and illustrated by Grant Snyder, and we're reading it with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Here we go. What sound is morning? Written and illustrated by Grant Snyder. Read with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. In the first morning light, all is quiet. In the first morning light, all is quiet. Or is it? In the first morning light, all is quiet. Or is it? Listen. What do you hear? Can you hear birds where you are? Is it the sound of the freeway? What can you hear when you listen? Maybe it's something else. A rushing river, a brook. What sound is your morning? Or is it that? What sound is morning? What sound does your alarm clock make? Or is it a much prettier sound? Lights click on. A cat softly creeps. The neighborhood awakens. Lights click on. A cat softly creeps. A baby bubbles. Wind whispers in the leaves. Yeah. Oh, those are sounds of morning. A baby bubbles. Wind whispers in the leaves. Sprinklers hiss on summer lawns. Sprinklers hiss on summer lawns. Can you make that sprinkler sound? Sprinklers hiss on summer lawns. A rooster crows to greet the dawn. Oh, yes. A rooster crows to greet the dawn. Or as my Zambian folk will say, Kokoliko! A rooster crows to greet the dawn. What does your morning sound like? The silent sun rises. The world wakes up. The silent sun rises. The world wakes up. Is the sun rising silently in your area today? Is it hidden behind the clouds? A man shouts after a zooming off bus. I definitely know that feeling. A man shouts after a zooming off bus. Cars and trucks grumble on their way to the city. Cars and trucks grumble on their way to the city. Yeah. Stomachs rumble. Oh, mine is rumbling right now as they pass the bakery. Oh man, I will have to stop at the bakery too now. Stomachs rumble as they pass the bakery. Can you smell that? Fresh scones. That's what I want. What's your favorite thing to get at the bakery? An old dog yawns awake from a dream. An old dog yawns awake from a dream. What sound is your morning? Frogs croak and splash in the murmuring stream. I think that's what we need to do here in Auckland today. Splash in those streams. Frogs croak and splash in the murmuring stream. Can you see them? Oh, what fun. A shower trickles, a minor squeak. A shower trickles, a mirror squeaks. Yeah. Yeah. Morning time is here. A garbage truck clanks down a quiet street. Oh, yeah. Can you hear that sound? When is trash day in your area? For me, pickup is tomorrow. It's Wednesday. A garbage truck clanks down a quiet street. It was Tuesday in my old neighborhood. Gram, 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 kss, gram, kss. A garbage truck clanks down a quiet street. Breakfast sizzles, hopeful pose, tap the floor. Breakfast sizzles, hopeful pose, tap the floor. Yes, what's for breakfast this morning? Breakfast sizzles, hopeful pose, tap the floor. In an open field, balloons rise and roar. In an open field. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a train that is, there's a train sound right now. I guess that's part of my morning sound here. In an open field, balloons rise and roar. Trains whistle from a distance. Today is a melody still to be written. Today is a tune no one's heard before. Isn't that beautiful? Today is a melody still to be written. Today is a tune no one's heard before. So, greet the new day with a stretch and a yawn. Throw open the window. And fill the world with your song. Let's read that part one more time, right? Let's just go back to these pages slowly and just reflect on that a little bit. Today is a melody still to be written. Today is a tune no one's heard before. So greet the new day with a stretch and a yawn. Oh. So greet the new day with a stretch and a yawn. Throw open the window. Throw open the window and fill the world with your song. Yes, go forth and tell your story. And that is the end of our story for today. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. I absolutely appreciate you. I hope indeed that this book, the simplicity of it, the beauty of it, the rhythm of it helps you, just start off this morning beautifully. Thank you so much for being here with us on Story Time. What sound is morning? Think about all the different things, all the different sounds in your neighborhood, and hopefully they are good ones indeed. Enjoy them, and thank you for being here on Story Time. Absolutely appreciate you. It is always wonderful to be here together and sharing these wonderful stories, these wonderful creators giving us amazing books, amazing stories, taking us down many journeys. Today we were in the neighborhood listening for those sounds as we went past. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. I love Grant Snyder and their new books on their way to their new books out. And for adults too, if you want, there's more. He does the comics and so many different things. Amazing indeed. And so I hope that you do find these books where you find books at your local library, and of course wherever you find books, and get to enjoy them. Get them from the library and read them along as we bring them here to Story Time, or indeed you can go back to these videos and enjoy the books together. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. Absolutely appreciate you. Whether you've traveled to a new place today, were there new sounds in that place? Ali Amin, were there new sounds out today in Pennsylvania that are not in your neighborhood back home? Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely appreciate you. Pamela, Courtney, Braylon, and Chad, what sounds would I hear if I were to come to Natchitoches, Louisiana? What is a Natchitoches, Louisiana morning like? Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Sarah and Nathan, how would it be in Illinois? What is the sound out there? Thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you enjoyed this lovely book indeed, this lovely journey. And remember, like it says in the book, today's a new melody nobody has heard. Go out there and sing your song. Yes, tell your story. Be part of this world just the way you are. We love you and we appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time. Let us see one more time who was here with us on Story Time. And yes, indeed, beautiful story, Pamela, Courtney is saying, and of course, Braylon and Chad is a beautiful story and a beautiful reading of it. Well, thank you so much indeed. It is a wonderful book. I love this one so much. Thank you so much for joining in. Chad says to tell you he has glasses now. He is so handsome. Oh my goodness. Is there handsomer? Can we say handsomer? Because we know you're already handsome. Thank you for sharing. Oh my goodness. What frames are they? What kind of frames are they? Are they, the new fancy? I've seen one that was, I think it was a hexagon of sorts, and all kinds of frames out there. What are they? Or are they the stylish Malcolm X style? Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you for sharing. And I hope that indeed, like now you can see all these wonderful books a bit more clearly. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. Well, indeed. Thank you. Our morning sounds are pots clinking and the melodic reads of Mr. Lima. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I love it. I did say, I've always been saying, right? Story time goes well with a snack. Clanking pots and a story going well together. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you indeed for being here. Peggy Ashbrook, thank you for joining us on Story Time today. So good to see you here with us live. Absolutely appreciate you. Beautiful story and beautiful reading of it. Well, thank you so much indeed. And Peggy, let us know if anybody else is joining in with you so we can send them our love and hugs. And indeed, today, they're definitely warmer hugs. Hot hugs coming to you all the way out from Oakland, where we are experiencing indeed here a heat wave. So please, if you're out here in Oakland, be sure to take care of yourself. Remember to dress appropriately. Check the weather. It is extremely hot right now. Please don't forget to hydrate. Have water with you. Whatever you're doing, please make sure that you have your water with you. Hydrate. Find some shade somewhere if you can. And I know the schools, it'll be hard today. I hope that, those cooling systems are in place to help our little ones. And hopefully, too, that your recess, I know that we want to be outside at recess, but maybe today is the day to just be outside a little bit and then come back inside. And hopefully those spaces air conditioned. And I know I say that, but it is not every space that will have that. My own classroom for the last 8 years, it was hit or miss. One day you get the air is working, AC is working, and another day nothing. So I hope for the best for everybody today. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. A big thank you to you, Jessica and Ali Amin, for joining in today all the way out in Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for joining us. And you were joining in today with great grandmother Grammy. Thank you for being here with us. And of course, great Auntie Annie. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Absolutely appreciate you. I'm glad that you were here. I did. And I'm curious where you are in Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for joining in. I've been to Pittsburgh and I've been to Lancaster. So we'll see. Hopefully another day back. I'm still planning to visit Philly. Thank you so much, Amanda West, Sarah, and Nathan. Thank you for being here on Storytime, where it is cloudy and muggy out in Illinois. I hope indeed that you're finding ways to stay cool and indeed just enjoy yourselves. Thank you for being here on Storytime with us. And of course, good morning to you one more time. Tara McNamara joining us out in rainy Massachusetts today. Clara had her first day of school. Well, Clara, enjoy the first day of school. I hope there aren't too many jitters today. I hope you have fun. And so you join us later. Well, hugs to you when you do join us, sweetheart. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Erin, well, here's one for you too. Thank you for being here with us. I'm glad that we're able to be here on Storytime together. You know, thankful for the little things. Thankful to be here in this space with you. Thankful to be alive. Yes, we have life today. We have a day. And like the book says, this is a melody out there waiting for us to sing. Go out and sing your song. Thank you for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Tomorrow, we'll bring back another book of hope, another book that I love so much. And this one will be here. There is a rainbow. Yes, join in. And you guessed it, the illustrator, Grant SNIDER, yes, the author and illustrator of today's book, comes back tomorrow with this one. There is a rainbow, and this one was partnered with Teresa Trinder. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Please have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope that indeed we get to see you again on Storytime here tomorrow and days after that. And trust me, believe me when I say there are new books that we are curating and making sure that they come here to Storytime all ready for you and for you to enjoy. I'm excited about them. Please, please, please stay tuned to Storytime and we'll be finding out about that more later on. Thank you so much for being here. I am so grateful that we're here together. Have yourselves a wonderful day. To everybody that joined in for the first time, thank you for joining in and welcome to this wonderful community. And of course, if you're coming back, you know we love you and we appreciate you. Please keep coming back to Storytime. Find Storytime at Storytime with Mr. Limata on Facebook and YouTube. And of course, you can find us at storytimewithmrlimata.com. And also you can follow us on Instagram to see what's coming Storytime. Thank you so much for being here. Have a lovely day. Much love from me. Hugs. Bye-bye.
He brings to life, read me all of his stories. Read me all of his stories. Some with people that look like me, others very different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of his stories. Read me all of his stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. He brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading we just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start? All the reading we just can't wait to be hearing.